Hey my lovely colors, how are y'all doing today? I hope y'all day has been going awesome as we speak. This evening, my lovely colors, I have me a seafood boil. And in my other video, I shared with you how I was making it and everything. But just in case you didn't watch it, I have shrimp, fried fried sausages, corn, baby red potatoes, eggs, and I have some roasted peppers, and I have some, what else, did I forget anything? Oh yeah, of course I have crab legs. And yeah, so that is my seafood boil, you guys. Y'all get a good look at that. Don't it look yummy, y'all? Delicious. And y'all colors know how I'm known for dropping stuff when I be trying to show y'all stuff. So y'all just, you know. Anyway, I know my colors are understanding. So let's get into it, y'all. I know I was telling y'all in my other video about how oh, and I also have that famous, my attempt to make that famous delicious Dame Dash sauce, you guys. And y'all seen how good it looks in my other video too, but it looks awesome. It really, really does. And it tastes awesome. See that, y'all? Oh, it looks delicious. Yummy. Are y'all seeing this video okay? I hope so. But yeah, guys, what I was saying in my other video, a video for this one, how that landlord tried to scam me. That is delicious. I want y'all to be able to see. Yeah, honey. He did. He tried to scam me. And he, wait, hold up. We're going to get into the video about what happened. Because some of y'all probably wasn't tuned in. So, I'm going to let y'all know what that man did. Okay. Got my nails done, y'all. Y'all like? I know in the other video, y'all was like, them things is richer. But anyway, that man, y'all, what he presumed to do was, he, okay, I was house hunting, and I told you all about that. Okay. So, I'm not familiar with certain sites, you know, and I will say that. So, I'm working on my credit, you know, and so this particular site that I was looking at, I know the agents was asking me, would I be comfortable with paying landlords that didn't reside in town? And I was like, sure, you know, yeah, as long as I can, you know, get receipts and whatever. So I didn't think that of it to the fact that, because, you know, you can't always just say, our landlord going to be in town. So you can't always just say, you know, I want to see them face to face, because we understand people sometimes are busy. So, mind y'all, when she was telling me that, that was just her explanation of letting me know that, yeah, we're going to scam you. So, pretty much, you know, you need to know if you're gonna be comfortable with paying us, you know, out of town. Now that I look at it in retrospect. So up to that point, nothing hadn't happened then. So she told me, that lady told me when I called her, she would send me a list of available properties that I might can look at on my own, and then if I like it, get back with them, and they'll send. I'm not shrimp, y'all. You know how I toasted it in the other video with my Italian season. But she was like, they'll send their agent out, and you know, just let me see the property or whatever. This is what was said the first time. So then, by the time the agent actually called me back, it was another person that I was talking to. It wasn't the woman that I was talking to. It was a man. And he was like, oh, yeah, because you remember, y'all, in the other video before that, I was bragging on him saying how nice of a landlord he was. Remember? I was saying, oh, he's so, you know, he was just so adorable. Telling me that he was excited about me getting his property. And, I mean, you know, looking at the property and everything. And all that. So I was like, wow. I hadn't really ran across a landlord that was so sensible, you know. But so I was bragging on him and stuff. Anyway, push come to shove, I think I was talking to the gentleman, right? He was like, oh yeah, after you see the property, you email me back, and then I want you to answer some questions on the questionnaire about the lease agreement. Okay. So I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna do all that, you know. He was telling me all that after first of all, when he told me that, he was like, okay, yeah, now that I have, you know, now that I know that you're gonna get the property and you went out and looked at it, I want you to I was telling him, I said, well, when I went and looked at it the first time, I don't mean to get all off you. I'm a little over the place because I was, you know, I was doing so much today. But I was telling him the first time, I was like, I went and looked at it. I sure did. Because he was telling me, oh, you're going to love the place, you know. The landlord showed me all the pictures inside of the house. So therefore, you know, that's their way of scamming in retrospect. Because they show you all the inside pictures of the house. Then by the time they tell you that you can go out and look at it yourself, okay, and they ain't supposed to do that, but well, not to that extent. Then they gonna by the time they tell you go out and look at it yourself, then they'll be like, oh, she ain't gonna want the key because, you know, she already done seen how the house looked or whatever. So, and mind you, in a way, I was thinking, well, I do know how the house look, and you know what I'm saying? It's a nice house and everything, so the key I wasn't urgently asking for it, but I thought maybe he would send me that before he asked for some money from me. Okay. Y'all, that recipe is so damn good. Oh, excuse my French, honey. Excuse my French, y'all. But so I thought he was gonna ask me. But yeah, hold on, let me backtrack to a minute. Yeah. So they send you the pictures and all that, right? And they be showing you, you know, how the house look, getting you all hyped up. And so, you know, if you do it online, oh, it's gorgeous. So I went out there and I told him I was going out there to go view the property. Now, mind you, what kind of sense do it make, y'all? For him to say, go out there and see if you like the neighborhood and see if you know, if that's the property that you want to stay in, and come back and get with me and let me know when you do that. Well, while I'm doing this, it's not like I can get in, you know what I'm saying? Because like I know I don't see the pictures, but you know, if I want to see something that I say I can stay at, you know, because I'm the type of person, I don't really care about what's going on outside of my space. You know what I'm saying? As long as my space is good. And so I couldn't tell where I was going. I mean, how my space was in the inside other than on the pictures. So I went out there and guess what, colors? A car was in the yard. A car. So I'm like, okay, maybe this the maintenance crew or something, or maybe it's somebody, because he told me he was out of town. He did say that. And he did tell me that since he was out of town, you know, when did I want to move in? I told him, you know, well, you know, within a few weeks or so. He said, well, I won't be back till the end of October. And I know you're going to want to move in before then. So, you know, I'll just have you go out and look at the property and everything, blah, blah, blah. And so he acting like he forgot to tell me that it was going to be a car in the yard and all this and that and the other. So when I got back with him, well, first of all, when I see the car in the yard, I knocked on the door. I knocked on the door and nobody didn't come to the door. And I'm thinking, well, if it's somebody that he got working for him, why would they have a problem with answering the door? And they didn't. They did not open the door, colors. So, with that being said, when they did that, I was like, when I see they didn't open the door, I was like, somebody's staying here. That's what I was saying to myself. Like, somebody is staying here. And at that particular time, I did want to go and ask a neighbor, but I didn't go ask a neighbor right then because I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'll check with him, you know, because it could be a mishap. You know, whatever, whoever's staying there, whatever. I'll text him back, not text him, I email him back. Because we emailed at this time back and forth. You know, and I'm telling him how I like the house and everything, this, that, and the other. And so we emailed back and forth. And so I get back from looking at the house and I tell him, I say, I can bring it to y'all. I tell him, I said, okay, there was a car in the yard, sure was. And, you know, they didn't answer it. So I didn't know what to think of that. Because you didn't tell me that it was going to be a car in the yard. This is what I emailed him. And he did not get back with me right away. I think it took about another day. Or maybe a couple of days. I can't remember exactly. But when I read the email, he said that, he had this long story about some kind of lie he was going to use. exaggerate a lot. Oh, don't mind that car that was in the yard. There was just probably my maintenance crew, one of my maintenance crew members, and then sometimes the neighbors parking my yard. That's what he said. Yeah, really. Okay. So I'm just like, okay, yeah. But then that was all he said about that. Okay. And then up to this point, well, actually during the time that it took him to get back with me, I told my daughter I should go and ask the neighbor, because I feel like, maybe me asking the neighbor to stay over there, they can tell me whether or not that place been empty, if somebody lived there, what kind of traffic is going on or whatever. So that's what I was thinking before he got back with me. But like I said, he got back with me. He told me that. And when he emailed me that, he said, yeah, I really need you to, cause okay, during that time I had gave him some answers to a questionnaire. He wanted to know some simple answers to some questions. It wasn't a lease agreement, but it was just him being a landlord, wanting to know specific things. Not personal information, but kind of like information of, who I was going to be staying there. Kind of like information like, what was it? Do I have a car? And such, like that. So, it wasn't no Social Security and all that stuff. So anyway, he said, when I had emailed him that back before he got back with me. Cause like I said, we was emailing, to each other anyway between that time. So when he told me about the car being his maintenance crew or either his neighbor, then he gonna add on, well, I really want you to get this place. You need to let me know, get back with me. I know you said you liked the property when you went out and looked at it. So what I have you do is give me a security deposit to hold the place. And then once you do that, I will FedEx you the keys. Really, y'all. Yeah. That part. FedEx me some keys, y'all. That's what that man said. And I'm like, do he seriously think he gonna get my money and think that I'm gonna wait for him to FedEx me some keys that just might not ever come? And my daughter was like, Mama, those red flags everywhere. Cause she know more about the, certain housing sites than I do. Cause like I say, I usually just go deal with my landlord, this, that, and the other, and pretty much that's the best thing to do, really. If you can help it, deal with them personally. But yeah, she was like, them red flags everywhere. Like, no, So I said, okay. I ain't gonna tell him that I'm going over here to ask these neighbors. This was the next day. I said, but I'm going over here to ask these neighbors. Because, the place was a nice, place, and the neighbors were nice and friendly and, and all that. So I didn't feel no type of way by going over and asking them that. How about this? I go over there and I asked the neighbors. At this time, he's still thinking he gonna get that money. And yeah, he said cash app him. My daughter said there was another red flag. Cash app me the money. Okay, he done told me his name was something else. In the email we were doing back and forth, and then when he said cash app him, it was another name. Yeah. It was another name, y'all, when he said Cash App him. I'm like, okay, I know they just don't do that in Cash App. I know you can give somebody your, you know, little signature name or whatever. So that's what I was thinking it was. But I don't know. If you're a man of business, you're gonna want people to know about your business or whatever. And you ain't gonna want to have 1,000 names and this and that and the other up under all kind of aliases and stuff, you know? You don't want the name that they'll know you as, and you're going to keep it like that. So, when you said Cash App, I was like, you see this? Me and my daughter was like bogus. We was like tripping off that big time. Like, oh my gosh, this man really, he really think that I'm going to send him that kind of money. When I give no kind of, you know, promise of nothing other than him sending me some keys in FedEx, which I know they wouldn't have came. Anyway, I was guessing maybe he would send, like he said, he would send one of his agents out here and let me look at the place with the agent. But he didn't do that. So, told me and my daughter, we got up early one morning and we was like, let's go over here and look. We went over there and looked, y'all. Asked around. And this time we went over there, I didn't see that same car in the yard. I didn't see no car. So I thought, okay. Well, maybe, I don't know, you know, how to take that. You know, if he was telling the truth, it just didn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? So we rode, asked the neighbor anyway, across the street. And this little nice little black lady say, well, she wasn't, you know, she was actually pretty thick, but she was an older lady. But she was like, yeah, that house has been brought. Somebody brought that house. It's sold already. Somebody brought it about a couple weeks ago. I said, are you serious? She said, yeah. Near the end of July. Somebody brought the house. I said, wow. Okay. And I said, are you for certain? I mean, have you seen somebody come in and out? She said, yeah, I have seen the lady come in and out, but I don't know her or anything, but I know she just moved in over there, you know, such. Then I told her about how the landlord was trying to get me to buy the house, trying to say it was a certain price, you know, and just trying to get me, trying to scam me on the internet, on a website. She was like, yeah, you got to be careful with stuff like that. I was like, yeah, oh, I know. That's why I'm doing my investigation. And that's why he won't get a dime. But that's beside the point. When I asked her, I rode on down the street, and I asked another man, a gentleman. He said, he's a white gentleman. He said, older man, like, he said, yeah, that house been sold. It was sold a couple weeks ago. He was out doing his lawn, doing something. And this is the other. And what do you know, y'all? How about this? As I was talking to that man, the owner who had just bought the house pulled up in her yard, y'all. Yes, she did. And I seen it from where I was talking to him at. I kind of like left off from talking to him, and I was trying to zoom on over there where she was, you know. Got over there. I said, excuse me, ma'am. I said, are you the owner of this house? Because I know I came knocked on the door not too long ago, well, a couple weeks back, and it was a different car in the yard, and I said, somebody been trying to sell me this house on a certain site. They told me to come out and look at it. She was like, what? I told her everything and all that, and she was like, I said, because the last time I came over here, it was another car in the yard. She was like, yeah, that was my friend girl's car in the yard. She was here, over here. And she was like, Oh, I bought this house a couple weeks back, and you know, you can talk to my lawyer, this and that other. She gave me the lawyer name, told me where he resided. I told her I didn't even know all that. I say, because it was told to me that the house was empty. That's why I came over here. I said, I'm not too fond of just knocking on people's doors like that. You know, with all this going on now, you can't just really just be knocking on people's doors and coming up, you know, I have my face mask on and everything, but I'm just saying, you know, people don't, you don't know people, what they'll do. You know how, I think you're trespassing and stuff. I don't know. I just want to ask the question, but at the end of the day, you know. So, anyway, which came to shove, she told me that she had the house and everything, and she was like, yeah, he trying to scam you, and this and that and the other. I said, yeah, well, I kind of know that now. And I said, but I'm doing my own investigation about, and he won't get a dime from me anyway, so I don't know why he thought he could. I don't know why he thought this would not happen. Like, who does that? How could you think somebody that dumb to where you're gonna, you know, ask for some money, and then think they that dumb to just be like, okay, sure, I'll send it to you. He was telling me to send it to his secretary and all this old hopeless bull crap of shit. Excuse my language. But yeah, he was saying all that. And I said, you, your secretary ain't getting a dime from me, honey. Anyway, I don't give a crap. You ain't no but who you want me to send that money to. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because, you know, I wasn't worried about him trying to scam. It's the point that he was just trying to do it. But when she told me that, I was like, okay. That's out of the horse's mouth. She told me that she brought the house. So, you know, of course, I get back to the house, and the only way I can do, the only thing I can do is email him. I can't just like call him. Now I know why. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get about that number because he know he's scamming. So I emailed him a whole bunch of stuff. Oh my gosh. Honey, you are color. Y'all already know. But what I will tell y'all is that what I told him, I said, you know, Mr. I called him by the name he gave me the first time, and then I put you ought to be ashamed of yourself, aka the name he gave me the second time for the Cash App. Then I put trying to take hard-working, honest people money, you know what I'm saying, and trying to take it and just scam it, you know, and scam their earnings like that. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. I told him the law was gonna deal with him, honey. Yes, I did, because you just don't do stuff like that and think it's okay, you know. Honey, you don't. You don't do people like that. And so, when I told him, I said, by the way, that car that you said was your maintenance crew is not either, you liar. I said, it was the woman who stayed there, friend girl car. And I said, yeah, I asked all these neighbors about this place. Thought you was gonna get some money out of me. You didn't get a cent out of me. And I called him by both his names. Yeah, I'm mad. I was livid. Sure was. You just don't do stuff like that. I bet you he took advantage of a lot of older elderly people. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. What kind of crook can sleep at night thinking after he done all that to innocent people, decent innocent people. Yeah, I'm getting full. But yeah, I just want to share it with y'all. I mean, it's the first time for everything. Cause I didn't deal with that online house hunting no way, really. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't. But you learn, you learn. Just can't deal with folk. I'm just glad it didn't get as far as he thought it, as he wanted it to go. You know what I'm saying? I told him, what are you doing? Gonna come back on him too. Cause you just don't do folk like that. And thinking you gonna I'm thinking everything gonna fall in your lap. But colors, I told y'all I'm thinking about going to the beach. I'm thinking about it. I don't feel like driving.